Hello. Welcome to Keto Homestead with Jess. Just waiting for people to pop into the chat. Today's topic is greenhouse. Hey, Anton. Good to see you. How are you doing this evening? Just waiting for a few more people to pop in so we can get to chatting. I'll swing over and share my channel out real quick. I know a lot of people aren't getting notifications anymore. Alright, I shared that out. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you. Hello, and welcome. Alright, so I've been trying to figure out a problem. So y'all know that Barrett built me this greenhouse this past fall, and I'm thinking I need to get it heated and to be able to start plants soon. It's crunch time now. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to heat this greenhouse. Hey, Peanuts Pepper, good to see you. You got a pee break. So I got to thinking today and looking around Amazon to try to get ideas, and I came across greenhouse heaters, and I was reading the reviews and things. I don't know. I'll show you what I've been looking at. Alright, so here are some of the heaters that I was looking at that came up when I typed in greenhouse heaters. However, the reviews I've been reading on them with the thermostats and everything, I guess the thermostats and the fans break down really easily. And that is like the biggest complaint, is that these are breaking down. So, I don't know. And then, I don't know why. Maybe it popped up or something. Oops, I don't want this. Hold on, let me bring another page up. I was thinking along the lines, if the power goes out one day, then an electric heater is not going to do me any justice. So, let's see. And also, these heaters are pretty expensive. So I was thinking when this popped up, will it show? Yes, this popped up, and it's a tent heater, or not a tent heater, but a tent cast iron. It's $149, which isn't much more than the greenhouse heater. So I wonder if I could put this tiny wood stove in the greenhouse. And I wanted to get your guys' opinions and see what you thought would be the best way to heat the greenhouse. Now my greenhouse is only a 10 by 10, so I'm thinking this wood stove wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. But then if I get the wood stove, there's other parts that I have to get, I guess, like the damper. The damper doesn't come with it. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. So I figured I'd pop on here and get your guys' opinions and see what you think. I lost my cursor. Where's my cursor? There it is. Hey, Sunflower Prepper. Good to see you. Can't stay. Just wanted to say hello and support you. Still not feeling well. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm not either. I feel like I'm starting to get back what we just got rid of. I'm not feeling well myself. I'm sorry you're not feeling well either. I hope you get better soon. So yeah, anybody have suggestions or comments or anything? What you think? Or if you have experience, that would be awesome. Hey TH2, good to see you. What are you and about? Also, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Amazon link and pin it to the top. There we go. It's pinned to the top. If you guys would check out my Amazon list, it will help out with future content. So yeah, check that out. And I'm still waiting. Come on, you guys. I need some advice. I don't want to burn down my greenhouse, but I also want to heat it. But I don't know what the best option would be. And I don't want to spend $160, $130 on a greenhouse heater if the thermostat and the blower or the fan is going to just go out. I mean, some of the reviews on that I've seen, it was only like a week or two, they had these heaters and the thermostat and the fan went out. Hey, Best Life. So I'm looking for advice. What do y'all think? Any input? Any input at all? Come on. I need advice, Best Life. It would work. You would need a damper, collar, and maybe a vent on top so rain doesn't come in. Yeah, and that's the thing with this stove here, this tent stove, it doesn't come with a damper. So that's another cost that I would have to think about too. And then, like you said, I don't even know what the collar is. Maybe a vent on top so rain doesn't come in. I was thinking I would need like a fan also to put on top of it to circulate the air in the greenhouse. I don't know. Let's say we'll put this in my cart because then, what is all this? See, then all this stuff comes up as suggested. There's your damper. Here's sided tape, double-sided tape. And then you got your elbow pipes. Oh, and this is another thing I was thinking about. There's a fireproof stove grill. What is this? It's like a fireproof mat that you could put under there. So I guess that would be a prevention from not allowing my greenhouse to catch on fire. And then there's fireproof chimney webbing. I don't know. Just thoughts and ideas that are running through my brain. Best Life says I know nothing. That stove is going to be thin and not hold heat good. You will need to fill it nonstop early. I wouldn't be able to like bank it or anything. They have those oil filled fan, no power. Yeah. That's what I was wondering, how like thick this cast iron is and things. Like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Barrett about it because he's been asleep all day. And then I was thinking about, I watch a lot of like, I don't know even what you would call it, like people that live in poverty and stuff. And there's this guy He was living in a tent. Him and his family were living in a tent, and they dug like a trench under the tent. It was actually pretty cool. But he dug a trench under the tent where the family slept. And then that's where they put all their like sleeping bags and blankets and things like that. And then on the outside of the tent, that was like, he dug a hole for their like fire pit and their cooking stove and everything. And that's where they stayed warm while they were cooking or boiling water or anything. But it was dual purpose because that trench flooded in that heat into the tent. So while they were sleeping, they would stay warm under those blankets and sleeping bags. But that's the problem. I don't have electric going to the greenhouse. I only have an extension cord. And so I can only plug one thing in. So this is what got my brain to working, is that, so my heat light is, or my grow light, whatever you want to call it, the grow light is plugged in. So I don't know what's more important, a grow light or heat. Well, the greenhouse is pretty cold right now. It's like 40 degrees in there. And I'm kind of worried to start the seedlings in there because it's just going to get colder. I don't know. Rocket mass heater build coming up for you. I don't know. I need another brainstorming homesteader to help me think through my ideas here. And I've lost my stupid cursor. There it goes. Jeez. But that's a lot of money in my household anyway. That's a lot of money. $149, and then plus the damper and everything else. But like I said, I don't want to spend $160 on a heater and then the thing break. I don't know. And then the other issue with the heater is it's going to take electric too. Hey babes, good to see you. Best life, you want to get on panel and talk to me? You don't have to. But it would be cool if you did. Why do I keep losing my cursor? This is what happens when you have two screens going. Me too. I'm glad to see me too. I wasn't planning on going live, but my brain just won't shut off. It just keeps thinking and thinking. And Barrett's been asleep all day. He's woken up to use the bathroom and to eat, and that's it. And then he's went right back to sleep. So he is not doing so well. Is anybody else getting their greenhouses ready? Do you have a greenhouse? Or getting your seeds ready? I don't know how much we're going to get done this year because if Barrett doesn't get better, I can't do the garden by myself. The rototiller, I can't get it to dig into the ground myself. It will literally just drag me around the field. I'm not strong enough. Hey, Dragon, good to see you. So we're talking, I don't know how much you heard or how long you've been here, but we're talking about how to heat the greenhouse. What would be the best option for me. And then also, I will show you what I've been working on. Watch this video, probably build one of these for the price of a wood stove and pipe. Okay, let me click this. This means I'm going to jump out of my chat for a minute. But I want to save this to my watch later so I don't lose it. So that's kind of like what I was talking about, right? Best Life? Ooh, no, that's not. All right, I'll have to watch that later so I can hear what they're saying. Hey, Firefly, good to see you. Nope, it's the middle of winter. January is our meanest month. We can't plant anything until the frost gets out of the ground. That's maybe in the first week of May. Well, I need to start some things like now, like between the end of January and the beginning of February, like my herbs and stuff that take a really long time to grow. Onions, leeks, and then the cold weather crops could be started, the kale and the spinach and some lettuces, some cold hardy lettuces. And there's a couple of varieties of flowers that can be started now too. And I'm sure there's many more I'm missing. I hope to build a greenhouse soon as I can dig. The stash of windows was in my video today. I must have missed the windows. I was too worried about the chicks and that freaking awesome coop that you built. That was awesome. That's pretty professional looking. So, let's see. Let me switch back over to StreamYard so I can get my camera back on. Oh, I need to remove this so you can see me. Stop screens. Okay, so this is what I've been working on for months. Hopefully you can see it. I went out and got some poster board when everything was on sale for school supplies and stuff. And so I know it's really hard for you guys to see, but this is going to be my garden plan. I can't tell if you can see it or not. This is my garden plan that I've been working on for months. The circles are where right here, somewhere right here, the circles that go down. This is a walkway. Let's see if I can do this better. This is a walkway, and the circles are my cattle panels or hog panels that I have. And this will all be a walkway here. And then I'll have beds. They'll be in the ground, though. They won't be like raised garden beds or anything, but there'll be different beds of vegetables and things. So this is what I've been working on. So I know exactly where everything is going to be and exactly everything I'm going to plant and which way north, south, east, and west are going to be planted as well. So I've been working really hard on that plan. So hopefully you didn't talk about them, but you showed them. I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't plan to heat my greenhouse, just use it to get a few week head start, hopefully. Well, and that's the thing, like, I really want to get artichokes going again, and I just don't have enough room in the house anymore. And that's where I used to start all my plants, was in the house, but not anymore because there's not enough room. But like one of the plants that I always really enjoyed and I haven't been able to plant, I didn't plant it last year because I didn't have enough room, was artichokes. And artichokes, you gotta start out really early in the season. But since this is my first year ever growing in a greenhouse, it kind of makes me nervous. I don't want to waste all my seeds on something I'm just going to kill. You know what I mean? And Ohio is really, really cold. Oh my, look at that planning. I wing it. I usually do too, Best Life. Like I plan it a little bit, but not as extensive as I've done this year. But things are getting crazy. So I want to make sure that I'm able to grow enough to last this. Like I had horrible problems this year. My cabbage didn't do good. My broccoli didn't do good. Like most of my brassicas didn't do good at all. And it might be because of, most of it was because of the aphids. I didn't have any like crop covers or anything like that. So I think that was the biggest thing. And we had a really bad, what are they called? The Japanese beetle infestation this year was really bad. Jess, do you have propane or natural gas? Neither. We don't use either. Hello, Christina. Good to see you. All right, babes. So anybody that's just coming in, I was trying to get ideas on how to heat the greenhouse the best way, cost efficient and everything. And I'll show you what I was going. I might not even do this now, but I was looking at heaters, greenhouse heaters, and thermostat and the fan, and them go out pretty quickly, I guess. At least that's what I've been reviewing. And then I was thinking about like a tent size cast iron wood burning stove, but Best Life advised that it's really thin and it would take me shoving wood in it all day long for it to keep going. I couldn't like bank it. So I'm just trying to figure out the most cost efficient way to heat a greenhouse. And I only have I have an electric cord that's going to the greenhouse, but that's plugged into my heat lights. So it's either a heat light or a heater to go into my greenhouse. So I don't know. Hey, Eric, good to see you. Long time no see. How are you doing? Eric's a little master gardener. He lives in a warm climate, though. He doesn't have to worry about all this icky snow and cold weather. Hey, Quebec Homestead. How are you? So, yeah, I'm just trying to pick your brains and see if you have any better ideas or suggestions than I do. I'm probably going to have to go over this again, this plan that I've been working on, and move some things around as well. I'm trying to make sure I plan things out because I have more than one variety of certain things. So I want them to be spaced out far enough so that I can save the seeds. And that's a big goal this year as well. Like last year, is seed saving. I'm going to try to get as many seeds saved as I possibly can. Well, school, and more school, not much YouTubing. Well, education is most important. Doing great. 2023 is off to a great start. That's awesome. That is good to hear. I hope 2023 is way better than what we've had the past couple of years. And then on top of that garden, let's see. This is a rough draft too. This is probably going to have to be all updated too. But then, like the front yard where the greenhouse is, where you guys seen the greenhouse. Let's move over to stream. This is the drawing. Like this is my mother-in-law's house, her front steps. And then the greenhouse would be over here. And then these would be this would basically be a whole herb garden with different herbs and mints and things like that. Hey, Anti-At-Jack, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Did I miss anybody else? Wow, a lot of people are passing away. Yeah, Jess, even if you have one extension cord going to the greenhouse, get a power strip. I thought you couldn't plug the power strip into the extension cord. Seriously, I don't think we can do it any worse than 2020, 2022. Laugh out loud. Well, in my experience, anyways, right? I don't know. Don't tempt it. Never know. So, yeah, I don't know. Can you plug an extension cord into the power strip? You can. Just make sure you get a power strip with a breaker inbuilt. Okay. Well, then that's what I'll do. It'll be a lot cheaper to get a power strip than it would to be. I'm looking up power strips now. This is basically what I do all day, you guys. I get ideas and then I do all this research and then I try to make a sound decision. But basically all day long, this is what I do. Here, you can look at these instead of me. Thank you, Anti-At Jack. I appreciate it. Is the breaker like the safety switch, Dragon? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, the surge protector. Okay. All right, I'll do that then. Go to Home Depot. See if they have any heater, like outdoor heaters, greenhouse heaters. Oh, what did I put green heaters for? What about solar? I don't know. I think it'd be kind of expensive to get solar started. But I don't know. I don't have any experience about solar. For the future, when you have more money, there are used fireplaces or potbelly stoves on Facebook Marketplace. Well, and that's what I'm thinking too. Like, you guys know I don't shop online ever. If I was to get a heater, obviously I would have to go to Home Depot or Amazon to do that. But if I was to go through to do the like wood burner stove, then I would definitely go on Facebook Marketplace or shop around locally from neighbor to neighbor. But also, I'm scared if I put a wood burner stove in a 10 by 10 greenhouse that it may burn down, and I don't want to do that. No, we can't. Dragon. I wish we could weld. We have solar on the tree house with a heater and lights in there. Nice. Got the solar at Harbor Freight. We had the pigeons in there. What was the cost of that Firefly, if you don't mind me asking? Like, everything I do, just got home, okay? Everything we do has to be very minimum. We have to be very, very careful with what we do because we are on a one income budget. I think it was 140. Well, that's not bad. And I know I don't want like a salamander or anything like that because that's going to put out all those fumes and take all the oxygen out of the air. Them things are horrible. What would you call it? A solar panel kit? That's a generator. Took son and friend bowling and got him a ball for his birthday. Awesome. We have marine batteries. See, I don't understand like solar panel. Can you just like hook up anything to solar panel? You just plug whatever you need plugged in? Those are lights. I don't know. Solar panel confuses me. I guess just because I'm not educated on it. I don't know anything about them. I just know like when solar panel first came out and they were talking about like the solar panel batteries and stuff like that, they were like super expensive. So I was like, okay, no. And an inverter. You still need the battery to go with the Harbor Freight kit. Okay. Panels, batteries, and an inverter are what are the basic for a solar system. No more child support, so I gotta be careful. Understand that. I wish my Social Security would hurry and kick in, but it's probably gonna be another freaking year because I don't know. It's just crazy. It's insane to me. Everybody agrees that I need to be on disability and that my back is just continuing to deteriorate. And the lawyer I had for Social Security disability turned my case over to another lawyer, and that lawyer actually sues Social Security for denying me. So now that law firm is actually going after Social Security to sue them, but once we get a final answer whether we win that case or not, then we have to start all over again with the process of me getting disability. So they said it could take anywhere from a year to 2 years on top of the years I've already been waiting. And now they changed the laws where you don't get that back pay anymore. Like you have to, once you have to restart an application, they take all that back time away from you, I guess. Jess, when you were planning on starting what month? What, starting my seeds? It depends on the seeds, but I wanted to be able to start at the end of January or the beginning of February, if that's what you mean. All right, yeah. So like my onions and my leeks and things like that, they need to be started like the middle to the end of January. And we got, speaking of getting taken, not getting child support anymore, we got hit pretty hard, Firefly, which you know a little bit about. But because we're low poverty, we were on an energy assistance program where they help us, dragon, for money tree seeds. Thank you so much. I wish there was some money tree seeds, right? But we're on this assisted program that helps you with like electric and things like that. And I guess they kicked us off in December and nobody let us know about it. So we were completely unaware of it. And so we got this like huge bill in the mail and said we had to have it paid by a certain time or they were going to shut us off for electric. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we had to rush around and figure out what we were going to do. Well, we finally got a hold of the program and they said, yeah, it's no big deal or whatever, that you just have to be recertified and you have to redo the application. But nobody reached out to tell us that. So we had to go down there and get recertified and fill out an application and everything. And now we have to wait to see if they'll put us back on the program, which she was fairly certain that they would because I don't have an income and Barrett's is so little. So it's all figured out and okay, I don't have to worry about that anymore. But talk about a panic. Sheesh. I can go, we have the wood burner stove and everything like that. I am fine. I don't need a furnace or anything like that. I can deal with the wood burner stove, but you take my electric away, now we're going to have problems. I can't do without the electric. And the only reason I say that is because my back flares up really bad in the wintertime. And so I constantly have a heating blanket on my bed. So when my back flares up the way it does, I just get on my bed and lay on that heating blanket. So if you take my heating blanket away, I'm going to cry. If you did some insulating and would be surprised how much heat and heat lamps would warm the greenhouse. Well, and that's the thing too. TH2, have you seen the greenhouse? It's all out of old windows that we collected. And we tried to fill in the gaps the best we could with the foam spray stuff. But there's still a gap, like a 3-inch gap, maybe even larger. It goes, the way he put the roof on. Now, you guys got to realize Bear's just a homesteader. He ain't a builder or construction worker or anything like that. He has no experience in building other than what we've just done here together. So the roof, he put a slant on it because we were thinking about the snow and the rain being able to fall off the roof with a slant. Well, and putting in that slant, there's that top. Yeah. And there's like, it goes from like 1 inch from the front of the greenhouse. The gap is like 1 inch. And then to the back, it's like a 3 or 4 inch gap. So we still got to figure that out. And that's going to be a lot of air getting through that way. And then I'm also worried about the gaps. Well, not the gaps, but the windows, because they're very old windows. I don't know. And then the front door, like when he put the front door on and it's cool and everything, but it doesn't close all the way. I have to use like, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a long piece of wood. Like it looks like a handle to a broom or something like that. And that's what keeps my door closed. But there's still a gap through that because we had to run the extension cord through the door to get it in there. So that's another problem that I'm going to have to figure out. And I was thinking maybe if we drill a hole in the side of the greenhouse at the bottom, then run the extension cord through that hole. But then I'll have to fill the hole around the extension cord so there's not air coming through there. I don't know. My brain's just going a million miles a minute. Hey, Random JL, good evening. Good to see you. Just exploring. Hey, Jeep, how's it going? Long time. Good to see you. All right, Dragon, you have a good night too. Thanks so much. Thanks for all your advice. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's basically what's been going through my brain. Mallory, when do you start seeds? What month do you usually start? Thank you so much, Random JL. I love the greenhouse. It's awesome. I think Barrett did a really good job on it. We just got to figure out some issues with it. And everything that, like I said in the video, everything that we got for building the greenhouse was all scrapped. And I can't remember the bottom of the greenhouse where he started from the bottom up, but the way we were able to get the 2x4s and all the wood to build that greenhouse was from a construction site, from a subdivision construction site, and we got permission to go in there and take whatever we needed out of the trash cans. And I don't know if it was like part of the walls or what it was, but it was like 2x4s, and these are prefab homes, so they're just kits that they're putting together. But they were 2x4s with like plywood attached to it, and I don't know if it was like runners for the flooring or runners for the walls, but they threw a bunch of them away, and that's how he like did the foundation of the greenhouse. He just grabbed it, well, not the foundation, but the sides of the bottom of the greenhouse, and he just took 4 long pieces and tacked them together and then went up from there, started building up, and I think it worked out really good. Have you seen Veggie Boys and PA on YouTube? I haven't. Just check out Pinball's Workbench Seed Starting Center. All right, I'll check that out. I usually start in March, though I work in a greenhouse in spring a few days a week, and I just get them for free now. Oh, that's awesome. I am I can't say that word. Revenerating my house, so my grow room is going to be used for storage. Nice. A lot of greenhouse knowledge. Super cool guy. Fun videos. Okay, I'll have to check him out too. I need to start writing this stuff down so I don't forget. I've been watching a lot of videos, but I guess I need to up my game on the greenhouse videos and watch more. They use the plastic. Okay. Veggie Boys and PA, and then Pinballs. Where'd that comment go? Pinball's Workbench Seed. Well, thank you guys. That gives me some ideas at least and some resources to go to and check out. Makes it more creative. Like I said, this will be the first time I've ever grown in a greenhouse. And my garden experience, yeah, I've been growing for many, many, many years. However, I've never like got into, I don't know how to explain it, the details, I guess. Normally, Barrett rototills the garden up, and I go out and throw the seeds, and things come up. And if they don't, oh well. And that's how my planning and my gardening season has gone for the last, I don't know, 9 years. It was basically draw the luck or whatever you want to call it. I got all the windows for mine for a neighbor who took them out of an RV and lumber from another that was moving. That's awesome. That's the thing. We got so many windows, and it was like a jigsaw puzzle putting those windows together. It was frustrating at times. And I think there's actually 2 more windows that we need to find to put in the greenhouse. I think Bear ended up putting the polycarbonate panel in the place where there's the windows need to go, but it's holding up pretty good. So technically we still need 2 more windows. But we had acquired so many windows off of like Facebook Marketplace and neighbors and stuff like that. I still have like a pile of windows out there, and I'm hoping that I can get somebody local that's wanting to build a greenhouse that I can give those to. I can gift them to so they can do their greenhouse. Yeah, YouTube isn't like what it used to be. It just seems so different now. So we'll see. I'll keep playing around with the greenhouse and see what we can do. I don't know. It's just a shame. I don't want to lose all the seeds if I don't have to. Yes, I want to get the clear panels for the roof on mine, but they are proud of those things. Um, that's a whole nother story, TH2. That all went sour. That ended up in a very bad situation. Um, I don't even know. So, I don't even know how to explain that. Yeah, they are expensive, Best Life. So he was into some shady stuff, and I wouldn't let him back on the property. And because I didn't want him here when I was alone. So he came, and I told him to get off the property. And basically, he told me no and was really disrespectful. So he called the cops on me. And I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, you need to stay in your car until they get here then. And the cops came, and behold, he had an arrest warrant out for him. So he got taken away. It's all right, TH2. It's just crazy. So, yeah, he no longer comes around. I hope. The panels that we got, the whatever panels, I can't remember the name of them. The polycarbonate panels that we got, both sides have this green, like sticky plastic on it. And one side you're supposed to peel, and the other side you're supposed to leave. And the one side that you leave has RV protection. That's why our greenhouse looks green when I'm inside of it, because I left the UV protection on it. And those were actually gifted to me as well. A neighbor up the road, I didn't know this person or anything, but I guess their father passed away and they were getting rid of everything around the house and in that house and everything. And I guess he had a love for peppers, all kinds of different peppers. And he had a greenhouse that he built onto the side of his barn. So it was basically a lean-to. And he had bought in all those polycarbonate panels years and years ago. And they had been sitting behind their barn for I don't know how many years. And she asked us if we wanted them. And I said, of course. And she said, take as many as you want or take them all. She said she didn't care. So we took a handful of them. I think we ended up taking 5 of them. We calculated we would have to use 4, and I think we have 1 panel left. So that was a huge blessing, because you're right, they are very, very expensive. I don't even know how long these ones were. I know Barrett had to cut them. He had to cut some of them. All right, Mallory, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I've heard to use those on outhouses. There's something. Oh, okay. So that lady, the neighbor lady, like I said, her father was into growing all these peppers. And you guys know, most of you that have been watching me for a while know that I don't like anything spicy. And so there's a couple other things like green melon that he had, but most of them are pepper seeds. And she just gave me this huge bag. This is the bag that I've already went through. I've already separated what I would like to have. Most of them I didn't, but this was a sweet pepper. This one, there's not many seeds in that one, but I mean, pounds and pounds of seeds. This is a long green, big, medium. So I'm guessing this is maybe a bell pepper. I don't know. This is a large jalapeno. I mean, these seeds go forever and ever and ever. Some of them he just dried the pepper with the seeds. This is a Hungarian wax. And he's got several varieties of Hungarian wax. Hot, sweet. This is a caramel sweet. I've never even heard of this. I don't know what this is. And then here's a Bach. I don't know what a Bach pepper is. Does anybody know what a Bach pepper is? But there's tons, and I have no idea what to do with all these seeds. None whatsoever. This is a Hungarian sweet. And she just called me up and said, get over here and take these seeds. Ghost peppers. And these are like, I don't even know if these are still viable or anything, but he kept them in a cool place, so hopefully they are. 2013. He's got chili chipotle peppers. More ghost peppers. Sweet Odell peppers. These are long, big. I'm guessing that's a bell pepper. I don't know. Here's another one. It's called Sweet Reel, R-E-E-L. But like I said, these peppers go on and on and on. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. I don't like hot peppers. So maybe we'll do a giveaway or something like that if anybody's interested. Ooh, they're spicy. I would grow them. Well, I will grow some of them TH2, but that's a lot of peppers. I don't need that many. Raffle some off. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Hey, Ark, good to see you. I'm going back in the chat. I missed a lot, I guess. Firefly says score. Yeah, but I'd rather share them or give them away or whatever, because there's no way I'll ever be able to grow that many. Prepper 101, I missed you. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. Glad I went back in the chat. Shift kicker. I know. Right, Best Life. I'm going to send him some for sure, too. Right, Ark? So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. Brainstorming. All right, you guys. I want to thank you so much for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and end this. And thank you so much for all your ideas and your input. I really appreciate it. I honestly do. You gave me some ideas and some videos to go watch, so that's awesome. I think I'm going to go do that now, is go watch some videos and see what all I can find. TH2, if you want some peppers too, let me know. So yeah, thank you all so much. And until next time, stay happy, healthy, and safe. Bye.